Hey everyone, and welcome back to our Maya gameplay. Basically, this is our return to Civ 6, and we're I don't know if hamstringing is the right word, but we're trying to stick to three cities. We're really just trying to get a sense of so in my last series, unfortunately, that got overwritten or corrupted. I don't know how I'd really put it. Ooh, that was not a wise way to go there, or wise decision to go there. But basically, we're just trying to see, hey, how fun is the game to play these days? And then based on how fun it is, some fun challenges and things of that nature, because there has been a very big patch recently. I'm blanking on what it's called. I'm sure there's like a formal name, but there was a big patch that did a lot to change the game. In particular, the I think the biggest thing for me is the map generation, where before the maps just felt kind of silly. I don't know, when there's like a long jagged edge in the map, just starts, or sorry, if you can see my screen and you're not just listening, there'd be I'm gonna pick a point right here on Koba where the horses are, and they would just be all the way up to the top, and then all the way to the bottom would be just one long line. And when you're playing a game like Civilization, and the RP is like half of the game, if I'm being honest, especially in a multiplayer scenario, RP is at least half the game. So having these worlds that were terrible did not help that aspect whatsoever. Whereas look at this map generation we're getting now. This large island within the bay it makes me want to put a city or a town here, and maybe call it a colony or something like that. I don't know. I'm trying to stick to the three. I said three cities from the start, but the spirit of three cities was more um only in the spirit of say Civ 6, where three cities means three settlements, or three your capital plus two settlers is the best way to put it. And I could probably wordsmith my way into arguing that actually settling other towns and not cities counts, but I'm going to try and stick to the tall build here. So let's see, Koba still needs to be converted to a city. I think I'll do that now, actually. Get my first city converted over. We're going to want the Kuna and the Jalwa, because they give us a lot of really good science, and ooh, +6, yep. We want that +6 from the rough terrain. But, oh yeah, it's also going to give us a slot for our resources. But also, it'll allow us to build it, making it so it's no longer a town, means that not only can we start using the production from this settlement to build things for ourselves instead of sending gold and food back to our capital, we can also now build things like our unique quarter and some other non-unique buildings like the amphitheater. Whereas in a town like Wat Kapnal, you'll notice we can only build the altar, granary, saw pit, and ancient walls. Not only can towns not build things through production, they also are limited in what they can purchase within the town. So a bit of a dual wield on what you're getting from upgrading from a town to a city. So we're gonna use this Holche. He's just been doing a wonderful job farming these independent powers as they come down this little strip of coastline, while our galleys heal too in the background. And we're just gonna keep exploring. Fortunately, it looks like we've already explored most of the known world, so that's a big positive for us as well. I really do love this navigable river, and I do think I kind of forgot to account for that when I didn't put enough investment. Well, I think I have a fishing quay in Coma now, so we're actually all good there. The galley move into the city. This galley heal. I'm gonna start making the Holche, like not making the Holche, moving the Holche back so that he can help a bit more with this annoying spearman. And we're gonna spend spearman. They have a swordsman. We're sending our warrior to go fight their swordsman. So we have another rural population growth in our capital. We're going to take the fish just because those food yields are fantastic. And I know we just crossed well, we're going tall, so we're just going to keep getting as much food in our cities as possible. 21 pop in the capital feels pretty good. Let's compare it to 19 for Rome, 24 for Egypt. So we're actually kind of behind there. And then Carthage is 17. So overall, not bad, but not the best, and we want to be the best, so we're gonna have to work on that. I'm kind of curious what we can even like get that would really help us. Oh, the village was ruined by this annoying swordsman, but fortunately the galleys now all have ranged damage for fighting on land units. So ships and all that are way more useful. On top of the additional flexibility they offer, being able to go down navigable rivers, they also have an additional. Oh wait, let's see. Oh, +2 combat strength on all units is pretty OP. But yeah, now that ships can all do a naval attack on land units, that's just a huge buff to naval units as well. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing, like, naval units were never really used in Civ 6 outside of some, like, 4v4 or some, like, really weird, unique circumstances. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing just how big of a role they're going to play in the new civilization. Yeah, we don't really need to support military aid. I'd much rather support the endeavor that's going to give us gold, because we just got free combat strength from a narrative event. So what's the point? Oh, I forgot I put our army commander on auto explore, because like great people from the last civ, if he dies he just comes right back. So, you know, there really wasn't any risk we were taking. It also looks like that barbarian swordsman. No, neither. It's a warrior. He's going back because Alfanatu, I probably said that terribly wrong, is now. Oh no. Why is Divadorum? Oh, we're befriending them. So we're not their suzerain yet, but we are befriending them. So that's why they stopped attacking us. That makes sense. In that case, we'll heal the one galley and send the other back north to reclaim his prime positioning, as well as our archer. So yeah, this has been a very nice, chill game. We're really just, I think, well, I'm kind of torn, and sorry for pausing there. Like, the normal way to judge how we do would be to look at, we go to age progress, we go to rankings, and then we look at our legacy points. And whoever has the most legacy points, winner, chicken dinner. But I wish we could support this. I wish we had the Diplo. The science would be wonderful, but it is what it is. We will accept all of these endeavors. The reason we're getting so many endeavors is Ben Franklin has the ability to accept. Oh, can I actually show that in the screen? I believe I can. Let's check. Yep, Ben Franklin allows us to have 2 endeavors of the same type active at any time. So he's a great leader if you want to make friends with people. Not so great of a leader if you're more of the warmongering type. And I think actually on our next gameplay, we're going to do a more aggressive civ. And I believe actually one of the new civs to the game is a fairly aggressive civ. Could be remembering incorrectly because I don't remember their name off the top of my head. but I believe they're pretty friendly.
God, with such splendid
nice.
irony.
We get a civic.
There is
Let's see. Do we get any good ones? So this is actually, we don't need Miracle of the Twins anymore because we're not really fighting any independent peoples. I will take the science on happiness buildings because our unique building isn't our unique. Ooh. No, literature is pretty nice actually. +2 science on science buildings, and then production towards constructing those science buildings will help us in our brand new city. And then probably drama and poetry as well, in place of just the flat +2 culture we had before in the palace. I think drama and poetry will help us with our... Well, let's go with Hob, actually, for the +2 culture on happiness buildings, because our unique quarters are a happiness building. We're allies with Ada, but we're friends with... I need to stay neutral. I know this probably ruined our friend. Well, I said I wouldn't backstab them. Does that count as backstabbing then? I mean, it'd be backstabbing another ally of ours. That's my only problem with it. Like, I feel like backstabbing someone to show everyone you're not a backstabber is like the most backstabber 101 move, if that makes sense. But I don't know, hopefully everyone agrees and I did just sell myself out there. We really could use something that will allow us to showcase more resources. So it looks like they've all been taken though. Right. Well, these are civics too, so that might... Yeah, let's see. Let's look at the whole tree. Does entertainment get us anything? No. Skilled trades? No. Commerce? Monks? Oh, 4 resource. Yep, we're going to go for commerce right away. Because there's a wonder at commerce that will give us a lot more resource. We can show a lot more resources. We've gone mathematics. Ironworking could be good. Navigation could also be nice. Villas are nice because they're happiness buildings. So we would get some extra culture from that. So let's go there. Just keep exploring with our scouts. Darn. I don't know. Maybe I should have actually accepted the ally warfare. I don't know. Like, I feel like all that's going to happen is that the ally won't know how to fight each other at these long, like, range distances. And the only one that would actually, like, lose is me, because I would get less endeavors than I had before. Endeavor hashtag, All Might. Let's see, continuing on. Yeah, that's kind of, I don't know. Like, why? Why do you have to be at war? Like, what are you possibly gonna do? Ada's having a rough game right now. We will not mock Ada. We will pity Ada. Ada. Sorry. Let's go. I think we want to keep up the growth. So we'll go one more fishing boat, and then we'll be done with the fishing boats there, and we'll start switching to more, you know, actual beneficial yields now that we are... I don't know. Whatever. I'll ally with you. We'll see if I have to declare war on Ava geez, I did it again, on Ada to, you know, help Egypt. I'm not gonna do it, but you know what I mean. Like, if I can just make friends with them for now, I don't see how that would... Okay. Nope. So that was pointless. So I really just lost. Okay. So note to self, never do that in the future, because all I did was end it. Yeah, ooh. So I just took a giant -30 for literally no reason. Okay. Good to know. I mean, this is this... Oh, geez. Whoops. Why wouldn't he just... So in the old Civ, like, if there's a guy on this Pearls, you'd be able to move through him Or maybe it's because we're not allied yet. I need to, like, look for that going forward. But yeah, I also need... Well, I mean, now I know, like, don't make an ally of someone who's already at war unless you're prepared to jump into the war right away. But, like, I wish I could, like, ask for stuff then, if that makes sense. Like, if I know that allying you is going to put me in the middle of a war, like, can I not ask for something, if that makes sense? Like, can I get some money or gold or something like that out of this? Like, why do I just have to join for free? I mean, I know, like, you're allying, but again, like, that's tough to ask someone to ally with you for the very first time. And you're like, alright, straight to the combat. Like, I think that's a bit ridiculous, too. But it is what it is. We are chilling like a villain who many people now see us as. But that's okay. We'll keep on keeping
Even a
on.
great carpenter.
Okay. Appreciate it. We got a narrative event. Oh, we got a spearman because we're now we're not allies yet, but what are we? This is they bestowed us with a gift because we're friendly. That's really, I don't know if that's like a status or anything, but we are bestowed with a gift. We'll go for military training for more happiness buildings because they give us the happiness and the culture, and we will never say no to that. Keep exploring. This army commander is actually a very good exploration unit, so note to myself, generals, good exploration units. We will convert our final city. You'll love to see it. So now we'll build our Jalal. Probably said that wrong again. Unimproved. Yeah, but these are like flatlands. This is flat tropical. Well, let me check. The Kuna will show 6, 6. Okay, so these are all 6. The Kuna doesn't seem to make a difference. Then we'll go there. Okay, we have an extra room for a resource. We'll need trade routes now, which is good. Like, we needed to reach a point where we needed trade routes for the additional resources. Otherwise, we wouldn't even have, like, the capacity to get where we needed. And what I mean by that is, to get all of your Silk Road legacy points, you need 20 resources displayed. So, like, if we didn't even have the slots to show 20 resources, like, it wouldn't matter that we didn't have them. So, here, tough to say, like, we don't have anything really buffing specialists yet. So, I am just going to get another fishing boat. The fishing boats seem really nice, like 3 food is solid. Let's go production towards buildings. Let's get our buildings out earlier. We don't have anything towards specialists, it looks like. So let's also go for science on happiness buildings, because now science and culture on happiness buildings feels really, really powerful, especially with all the happiness buildings we still have yet to build. So we'll just keep exploring with these guys, though. Very interesting. So it looks like one of these guys is friendly. I'd like to find that. There's almost never. It feels like there's never friendly, independent people. So they're almost always hostile from the outset, which is kind of odd. But anyways, kind of curious that, like, excuse me, I had a hiccup there. I'm kind of surprised, not curious. I'm more surprised. Sorry, the hiccup wasn't totally gone. Oh, these tiles are perfect. Starting with the 2-1-1. Oh wait, no, maybe there's a fishing quay here. Let's open sesame with you. Thank you for giving me open borders. Gee, sorry to cough to top it off. But let's see, like, I'm surprised they're not expanding more. I would have thought like a lot of them would be at 5 or 6. But apparently, geez, excuse me again. We are tied with someone. Oh, well, Rome, I should say, for 3rd. So that's kind of, we're not as far behind on the city count as I would have projected at the start of this. Yeah, look at all these, like, cool little, like, this cool map gen. Like, this actually, like, This is insane. And if this was like a big multiplayer game, it would be absolutely insane to think like all these major nations would have ports along these like this big bay, and then they'd have to enter through this choke point, and then like this large like island in the middle. It's such a cool concept. Like if you were writing like an anime or a fantasy novel, this is like the bay of writers' dreams right here. Let's keep exploring with the Jaguar Slayers. They're doing a great job. I do like Egypt's setup a lot right now, and they're kind of cooking. I guess like one thing I'm very quickly learning, and maybe I should have known this from the outset to be honest, is that tall in this game I don't think is going to mean what it's meant in essentially every Civ before this, where tall means like a few cities that all have really high population. I'm very quickly learning that I believe what tall will actually mean in the future is... Ooh, wow, look at all these yields. Ooh la la. Let's build on top of the library. Make that another stack tile. We have a lot of stack tiles now. But what I'm learning about this Civ is that tall no longer means, oh, I have a handful of cities. What it seems like going forward tall is going to mean is I have one city and a bunch of towns. Oh, we did pull it off. I wonder why I couldn't before. Maybe because we weren't friendly enough or something like that. But yeah, like I'm starting to realize that like going forward, tall isn't gonna be. I mean, like it could be one large
Spring
city.
flowers fade in autumn. It is not
How
for the
beautiful!
bees to mourn.
I really like that. Look how beautiful this is. The yields are a bit underwhelming though. They should be like a lot better than 6 total yield for a beautiful wonder. This should be like 4 food, 4 culture, 2 happiness. That way it feels like a powerful wonder and not just like a pretty field of flowers you might utilize. Same with like I don't know what their aversion is to making wonders wonderful at the start of Civs. Like make it OP. People love that. Like I would love that. We'll support this. I can't. Like, I can't. Why are you guys insisting on making me pick? Can I, like, X? Can I just avoid? I'm gonna see if it's even possible for me to just avoid that situation. This looks pretty solid. +3, +2. We'll take that all day. Whatever. Alright, I made friends with, like, the Romans first. I honestly hold absolutely no resentment against you. I'm so sorry. You probably deservedly will kill that Jaguar Scout. But they were gonna keep asking me, and my decision-making process was very quickly becoming lose one of them or lose both of them. And I chose, come with the person or leave with the person you came with, and that was the Romans. So let's see, we're doing pretty well in all of our cities. How much are we gonna need to buy a good building? About 600. Okay, so we'll just keep stashing our gold. And then also, one thing I forgot to mention, this is on... It's not on... It's on, like, quick speed, I think, or whatever the one right below online is. I wanted to give us, like, a little time to really explore the area, so it's not...
Skill is handed down.
It's not, like, as fast, which is probably making a lot of these numbers seem slower than they actually are. Commanders earning experience is nice. I feel like the 1+ combat strength to range units is pretty cool. Yeah, let's do that. Because if we ever get attacked, I feel like that's how someone's going to approach it. It's going to be like a them attacking us situation and us defending ourselves. And defending yourself is the equivalent of ranged units. It is basically my logic. +1 gold on gold buildings. Don't have a lot of those. Don't have any real buffs from there. Culture on culture buildings is nice. Oh, happiness on happy, like getting +1 happiness on happiness buildings is nice because we're already building a lot of those. So this just kind of, adds to that multiplier. Oh, this little jaguar warrior is not doing too, or slayer is not doing too well. Oh, befriend, yes! We're gonna learn what they do! I have no idea what this means, this city-state, and I can't wait to find out. Oh, that's awesome. Yay. Also, I realized, like, we're getting literally no money because we have no towns. So, whoopsie daisies. Whoopsie daisies. I don't know, how much is buying a settler exactly? Like, maybe I'll, like, cheat a little now that I realize that building tall is, it's a different thing than what I said it was at the start. Maybe I'll just make the, like, rule that I can only have one colony per city. Like, each city can have their own colony. That A concept like that's pretty cool, I feel like. We're gonna obviously take the gold over the resource there because we don't have a city there, so why would we care if that became a resource? The map gen on this is like A plus plus plus. Gotta give them credit where credit's due. I am having a lot of fun with this map gen. Okay. In hindsight, I wish we were closer, and that's why I wish knowing what's happening next with the exploration age is in a way depressing because once we hit the exploration age, it's just like how I put, seven production, eight production there. Okay, the new UI is big thumbs up. Made that way easier to tell. Oh, the big +8, but we wouldn't get the 2-for-1 special, so I'll just cry myself into my +6. But yeah, like I wish we were closer. Or like, sorry, it makes me sad because like exploration age, like you can kind of imagine, is all about exploring the new world. My problem with that is I don't feel like we have fully fleshed out exploring the old world. There's a lot of land that still needs to be claimed, and a lot of like quality, good land that can be claimed. So, moving on from this island entirely or having no like point to continuing on this island is a little sad, I will admit. What my personal improvement would be, honestly, I think the biggest thing Civ could do at this point, and I think honestly if they do this, they kind of like almost catapult. It's so hard to
The
describe
truly
just how much I
brave.
think they would catapult if they did this. Get rid of, actually, let me display these codexes, which I probably should have done like 5 years ago. Oh, I don't have any more. Okay, I just need to get some more. That is much better to have than the reverse problem I normally have, where I just forget to show them. We will also take the free civic, I feel like, right? Yeah. I feel like
There is
nothing's
another
better than
world,
just a free civic.
but
Okay, we got the worst free civic. That taught me a lesson very quickly. +1 culture on culture building. Oh, we could use 2 codexes. Let's just snag that now. We will take the culture. I don't want to not get influence. Why would I ever want that? Let's also befriend our science friends over here. So we are once again the city-state, like world leaders. Excuse me, got another hiccup. But what I meant to say is, actually, let me move all my units and get rid of all my hiccups before I say it. Wait, because this is really cool too. I love this look of the waterfalls. It's beautiful. Um, okay, let's just have you keep exploring to the south, I think. Yeah, right. Okay. And then you just need to escape, so come back home. But yeah, like, so I think if they get rid of the legacy system, which I'm sure will hurt some of their hearts to hear, I think if you get rid of all of this and this structure per era, and you make it so that it's one, just like all the old civs, it is one long continuous tech tree, ancient to ancient to modern. You return that to how it used to be. You keep the age swapping, but where we used to pick golden ages in the old Civ, you now have the option, not the obligation, but the option to Civ switch at that time. And I think that would add a lot of depth. It would make the game a lot more interesting. And I think, honestly, it would fix about 90% of the problems the game has right now. But on that note, I've noticed we hit the 30-minute mark. I'm sure no one can listen to me ramble for that long. So I appreciate all of you for just listening as much as you have already. Here's how we're holding up. Could do a little better on the yields front, but we'll fix that pretty soon. Thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate it, and I hope to see you again soon. Take care.